There we go. Hello. Why hello there, my name is Mackenzie and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. We are at a very strange angle today. Have you been at this angle before? I don't think you have. We are at my computer in my new home. So today I thought it would be fun. We are here because I wanted to do a tier maker. I have seen videos of people doing these and I think they're so fun, and I also thought it would be fun to do this kind of tier maker, mainly because it's going to catapult me into a few other video ideas as well. So today we are going to be tier ranking fan fiction tropes. Now, honestly, some of these seem like they could just be regular old tropes and regular old books, but they're specifically for fan fiction. Now, we're gonna go ahead, tier rank these, see how I rank amongst the community, and then we are also, in upcoming videos, going to explore some of my favorite tropes, what I do like, what I don't like. I think I have a basic general understanding of the books and the tropes that I do like. I just want to nail it down, what I like, what I don't like, and then there's obviously going to be some things that I'm a hypocrite about, where I don't actually like the trope, but this one does it so well that I kind of excuse it. So anyway, we're getting into it. We have our alignment chart. It's pretty basic. Alright, so we're starting here. ABO. I had to look this up because I had no clue, and I was like, there's no way we're starting the first one with me not knowing what it is. Alpha, Beta, Omega. So basically it means it's like putting all of your characters into like a pack, a role that they follow. I don't necessarily hate this. It's not my go-to, but I don't hate it. So I'm stuck between B and C tier. I'm gonna go with C tier because even though I don't hate it, it's definitely not something that I would gravitate towards or choose. Like if there was another option, I'd probably choose that option first. Amnesia fic, if done well, B tier. Angst, A tier. Now here's the thing. Angst is fine. I don't mind angst. I do love angst because the world is difficult. However, you know, we're gonna go with B tier. B tier for angst. Because even though I do enjoy it, it has to be done well. It has to be done well. Arranged marriage has to be done well. Baby fic. Yes. A tier? You know, here's the thing about some of these fics where I'm just like, I don't think I've ever... I gotta think about it. I gotta think about characters and their role with the baby fic. Now, this one has me thinking way too much. Moving on. Sharing a bed? S tier. You can't tell me any different. It's amazing. Bang or die. What does that mean? Ah, that's probably one where it's like, you know, if this is done well, I will probably enjoy the heck out of it. Body swap, S tier. Give it to me. Coffee shop, A tier. College AU. No one wants to see no one in college. Okay, here's the thing about college. If you want to put them in college, fine, that's fine. I don't want the stress of it. I don't want the stress of it. Crack fic? What does that mean? For a story which takes a ridiculous premise as its starting point, such as casting all the canon characters as My Little Ponies or Girl Scout cookies. Yes. Do it! Do it! Are you kidding me? Amazing. Astounding. Crossover, A tier. Dark fic. What does that mean? What do you mean, dark fic? Themes that are disturbing. You know, it depends. It really depends, because sometimes it's okay, and sometimes I'm okay with the stance the author is taking. Life is difficult and hard and distressing, and it's fine to write about that, but I don't want it to be glorified. And I want victims to, you know, get their revenge. We'll go C tier. Major character death. Yes. B tier. Do it right. Don't make them come back. Don't kill someone and then make them come back. Don't do it. Don't do it. Canon divergence. I don't mind. B tier. Enemies to lovers. That is my shit. That is everything to me. Don't come at me with no friends to lovers. I don't care. Hate each other first. Hate each other. Established relationship? Yeah, I don't mind. A tier. Fairy tale AU. Yes. Okay? Yes. Yes. Fake relationship? Yes. Fix it fic. Do it right. Do it right. I enjoy fix-it fics. I really enjoyed them during Game of Thrones. My issue with them is that they start to, they can stop, the characters stop having their canon characteristics or characterization or character development in the fix-it fic, you know? Fluff, love it, love it. Friends to lovers, like I said, you gotta do that well. Because we'll even put it down here where it's if a book is friends to lovers, that does not sell it for me. It has to have everything else that I love in it. It has to be sci-fi or fantasy or have some monstrous creature, something else. It can't just be friends to lovers. It's boring. It's boring. Genfic. What is a genfic? Generation? Does not focus specifically on romance or sex. That's cool. I don't care. Oh, I understand. Because this is a fan fiction trope tier ranking, a lot of these are we're writing about my characters, we're putting them together, we're fan fictioning. I understand. I don't mind. Just like I don't mind when stories don't have romance at all. That's fine. I don't mind. Hurt comfort, do it well. Historical AU. I don't even reach for historical fiction. High school AU gives me the same kind of stress and dread as the college AU does. I don't need to read about somebody else's stress and anxiety when they are going to school because I have that stress and anxiety when I go to school. Huddle for warmth. Oh, yes. Yes. Humor in general, I love it. In vino veritas, I know what this one is. This is Drinking Makes You Tell the Truth. I love that. First kiss, give it to me. Magic AU is just like fantasy, and therefore, I love it. Miscommunication. I think that's the only thing I'm going to put in the D tier, because miscommunication is the worst thing ever. I hate it. If it was real life miscommunication, it would be different, right? Because in a real life miscommunication, someone says something, but they don't say all of the words needed to get their story across, or something similar to that effect. And then the other person who's listening is like confused, and they have to ask a question like, what did you mean? Now, in storytelling miscommunication, what it is person A will tell only half the story with none of the thought that went behind their actions, and like it's a miscommunication because person B wasn't there. But it's not even a miscommunication. It's person A purposefully not telling person B the entire story. That's withholding information. That's not miscommunication. So I'm going to put miscommunication in the D tier because I know that's what they mean, but you know what I mean. Missing scenes, I think, are in the same vein as like a fix-it fic, where it's like, these scenes were missing, so we're just going to add them in. That's fine. Do it well. Make sure you're in character. Mutual pining. Oh my god. I love when they mutually pine. Like, more than I love angst or, like, you know, I love when both of them are pining for each other. Like, oh my god. Dark and Hollow Star back there, there's a mutual pining relationship, and I need you to read it because it's good. It's not complete. This is a series, so if you are looking for that, don't come here. All right, now we have Sex Pollen, which is the same as Bang or Die. So we'll put Sex Pollen right next to Bang or Die because it's basically the same thing, right? Okay, do you guys remember that movie with Jason Statham? Crank? Crank? It has to be Crank. It's not Crack. They didn't name that movie. Yes! It is Crank. It came out in 2006 with Jason Statham. This movie, he was, like, injected with this, like, serum, and he had to keep his heart rate above a certain beats per minute, otherwise he would die. And so he does all of this, like, dangerous stuff, like he gets hit by a car, he jumps out of a building, and in a moment, he has sex. And it really was the stupidest thing that I've ever watched on television before, because I watched the movie on TV. So it really was one of the stupidest things that I've ever seen. So maybe I'm going to move Bang or Die down to C tier, because I would so much rather them. You know when the astronauts who are like supposed to be super scientifically awesome and geniuses, they go to this brand new planet and then they immediately take off their helmets to sniff plants? How amazing would it be if those two characters sniffed plants and it was sex pollen? I don't know if amazing is the right term for that. Probably not amazing. I think more I can excuse how interesting the scene might be. I can excuse how awkward the scene might make me feel. How about that? How about if aliens are involved, it's much more of a creepy thing as opposed to Crank, the movie. Pregnancy fic. It's cute. Cute. PWP. PWP fanfic meaning. Oh. Porn without a plot. I mean, it's one of these moments where you really have to be honest with yourself and you're like, okay, I know I like the smutty scenes in my fantasy novels, but I don't know if I could read an entire novel where nothing else was happening. I mean, these are just fan fictions. That's fine. I can read like 10 pages of a porn scene with nothing else going on. That's not a big deal. I think, though, we'll have to go with B tier, only because if you start using weird words, I won't make it 10 pages. I just won't. Royalty AU, that reminds me of Princess Diaries, so heck yes. Slow burn. is not the same as pining, but it is still A tier. Soulmate AU. Now here's the thing. I am a sensitive, insecure individual, and so a soulmate AU, where someone is just bound to you, it's perfect. Perfect in every way. Time loop. Do it well. Do it well and I will enjoy it. I have seen amazing instances of time loops, and they're my favorite pieces of media. However, I have also seen 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and it was horrible, and I hated it in every single way. So if you do it well, I'll actually enjoy it. A love triangle, do it well. And is this actually a love triangle where it's like the 2 points, each person at the 2 points likes each other? Or is this just like a love V where one person likes 2 people or 2 people like one person? You know what I'm saying? It's not actually a love triangle where each person at the corner likes 2 other people. It's just a V. Write it well. Unhappy ending? I thought the point of fan fictions was to be happy. C tier. Unrequited love. B tier. Write it well. All right, so that is, look at me with all of my stuff. Here we are. We've done it, you guys. There are more in the S tier category than I thought there would be. And there's definitely more distributed between the upper 3 tiers than anything else, which I did not expect at all. I do see B tier having the most, which does make sense because I really think that I'm down for pretty much anything as long as it's written well. But let's go ahead and see the community rank. That's not fun. That's not as fun as I thought it would be. And like I said, the only thing I put in the D tier was miscommunication, because even authors can't even communicate to us readers what exactly is wrong in that trope, because it's not miscommunication, it is the lack of divulging all of the information. So, all of this looks pretty dope. That was really fun. It was really fun and interesting. I was a little nervous that I wasn't... If I'm not having fun filming the video, you guys aren't going to have fun watching the video, and that's just a fact of life. So I'm really glad that I did have fun going through all of these tropes and really thinking about it, and now I feel like I have kind of a good enough basis to move on with my other video ideas focusing on tropes and figuring out what I like about them. So I hope you'll join me on that journey. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!